Okay. Today's episode, I'm gonna talk about something. We're gonna go all in on farming. We're gonna build a lot of farming, blah blah blah. But it's gonna be a farming. I'm gonna start with this. Right, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, the Nowa Polska series, the New Poland series. I wanted to talk about the farming because I think it's a really interesting. There was a question on Reddit. I really don't participate that much in Reddit just because I wasn't there from the beginning, and now it's like it's kind of foreign to me. So. Sorry, Redditors, but I'm kind of, I don't want to say lost there, but it doesn't have that much of an appeal to participate in that, so I do apologize for that, but yeah, you know what, it is what it is. This is some old remnants of some old farming areas, so we're gonna play with this. There was a question regarding the why do you farm? Why farming? Like why don't you just import? And I have a couple of friends who play this game as well, personal friends. So their question is also like, oh, you need to start basic farming because you know this is the basics for the industry. Yes, it is, but you know, countries like I mentioned this several times, well, many times, like I'm just gonna go and open this large farm here. Many ooh, that's very low. Let me just you know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to repair these commas because these are the first commas coming into operation here. I have a problem here with, I think I should have this is 21st of November. We're gonna pause this and inspect some farms. So let me talk. I'm gonna pause this and finish my thought, and then I'm gonna double check some of the farms because I think this is gonna be interesting. So why do you farm? It's really cheap. It's cheap to get the resources from the border. The problem is, like, some people say, oh yeah, self-sufficiency, yada yada yada, this kind of BS. Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, self-sufficiency is a nice thing to have, but it's not the main driver. I mean, like, you need to have fun in this game. If you go for self-sufficiency, especially if you try to go for these basic stuff, it's gonna take a lot of your resources, and maybe the returns are not so good. So, and also there's maps that you can't really utilize, which is something that I wanted to go back to. Maybe I'm gonna do it on the episodes, maybe not the previous top process map. It's extremely mountainous and has very little flat grounds, and I'll try to see if we can do anything with. I'll try either privately or maybe on screen, but we'll see. Anyway, I still love this map because of the real infrastructure that is in place. Yes, so the farming. Why farming? Come on. Why do we farm? Why would anybody want to farm? These crops are extremely cheap. You can import them. They're dirt cheap. It's easy to import them, but this is the problem here. As you can see here, these border crossings now, they're really, I think this one is, yeah, there we go. This one is blocking the, let's just get you here. This is the trams that we put in the second, anyway, it doesn't matter. So crop imports, they're extremely cheap, dirt cheap. It's not even worth going for it. For example, let's go and do a little bit of a basic math now. We're gonna do calculations how rough, extremely rough. Don't quote me on this too much because it's going to be extremely rough. So let's say that we want to build one farm, one big farm, one 5.6 thousand ton, 5,600 ton silo, and these fields. So we're gonna go for some basic probably infrastructure like this, but I'm gonna calculate mostly steel production. So how much does the farm cost? So if we go to the farming area and go for a farm, always go for a big farm. Later on, as technology advances, your tractors and trucks that you have on your farm, they're gonna be adequate for you know, you're not gonna have to have a distribution office like we had here that I actually never used. So just go for a big farm. Later on, you're gonna get nice modded KAMAZ trucks, and also you're gonna have GAZ kolhozniks. So you're gonna have nice trucks that are quite realistic, you know, those like this here. So maybe something that I should consider even with smaller farms is a bigger silo. So if we go for 5,600 ton silo, how much does it cost? So this is now part of vanilla when everybody was criticized. Dennis, I'm looking at you. I haven't chatted with Dennis in a while, but I'm looking at you, Dennis. You were saying, or some people were saying, oh, your vanilla setups with small silos were so great. It was like so intuitive that you know, I made like I made back in a day, long time ago, some setups like this, which is kind of what the developers wanted us to do. So if you go for the road cargo station here, and then you go for 4 silos, so you would place something like this. I did calculate. Didn't really calculate, but oh, I think it was like this, something like this. They rotate twice, something like this, and then some things like this and this. So through one, oh darn it, I'm pretty sure this is going to be connectable anyway. Why am I even connecting it? It doesn't matter. So something like this, that would increase the capacity of the silos to 3,200 tons. This looks like shit. This is like extremely ugly, and this shouldn't be part of this game. There's no silos in the world that are set up like this, and 3 Division, who wanted us to do something like this, are as crazy as I am. So for suggesting these things, what we need is what modders, who are the heart of this community, modders who created all these wonderful mods. I'll go on a rant. It's gonna be a rant about modders as well, but for now, modders created this game. They created the content for this game, and no, silos. So silos that I'm going to be using in the future is 8,000 tons, because with increase of productivity of your fields and maybe stockpile of crops from the year before, I think this is the gold standard that I'm going to go for. I'm probably always going to go for big farms. That means 12 big fields, 6 small fields, and a big farm. So let's focus on finishing this. How much does this cost? This costs 1 big silo. That would be, let's say, the biggest contributors here would be 200 tons of steel. 200 tons of steel, and then you have a farm that has another 61 tons of steel plus. So let's calculate. Let's say that everything is gonna cost 300 tons of steel. All of these constructions. I think I can throw in these bad boys in there. Probably even the liquid fertilizer storage. So if you go for liquid fertilizer storage, that would be under tanks. That would be here. So that would be one of these bad boys. This is 3 tons. This is small. It's not a big deal. So let's say 300 tons of steel. This is going to be equivalent of this farm area. So this is how much it would cost us to build it. So if we go for the price of materials, 300 tons of steel, 300 tons of steel, that would be, here we go. 300, and import is okay. I'll do the calculator here. I'm just opening it. I'm only sharing the game screen, so you don't see my calculator. But I'm gonna go 4,300 times 300. There we go. So it would be 1.3 million. So this is how much now one farm will cost us. 1.29 million. 1.29 million rubles in imported steel and other materials. Some of them, like concrete, you can produce yourself, but I'm not producing. Cement, I'm importing it, and these silos, as you saw, they take a lot of cement. So just to clarify this as well, so that's even without railroads, which I'm gonna calculate that. 750 tons of concrete, 750 tons of concrete, 750. I need a concrete production facility. How much you have for 750? I think this is gonna be easy to calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4 times this. Let's say 4 times this. 450. Yeah, this is with the 700 tons. 4 times this. So we need 4 times cement. 120 tons cement. It's only for the cement silo. If we go for the prices of cement, 120 tons, and not that much. I mean, it's 27,000, right? 100 times. 10 times, 100 times, yeah. So it would be 27,000. Okay, not that much, but still, you know, a lot of gravel, a lot of stuff, some mechanical components and so on. I'm not counting piping that I would be using for the liquid fertilizer, trucks for infrastructure. Trucks are probably something that we should consider. I will real quickly just have an overview of the truck. So let's go for covered hull. Current trucks, yeah, sure, I'll go for vanilla just to keep it real. Just these, we're gonna need at least 8 Kamaz trucks because these kolkhoznik that we're using are way bigger, a little bit more. No, they're the same in the price, but the capacity is way bigger. So you're gonna need 8 of these trucks, so that's already 700,000. So that's 2 million rubles. And then we have sowing. We're gonna need tractors. The best ones are these Czechoslovakian. This is Zetor tractors. You're gonna need 9 of them, almost 10. That's 200,000. That's 2.2 million. And then harvesting, you're gonna need 6 harvesters. That would be 10 of them would be 300,000. So 2.5 million. Each farm would cost 2.5 million to build, which we're gonna build in this episode. 2.5 million to build. That is really expensive. So how much crops do you have to sell products that they're getting? Like compared to imports, how much crops would you have to import or export to pay this off? So is it worth more importing or building your own farm? So I'm thinking I'm going down the rabbit hole with this, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. Current price of exports, because we need to see how much this is worth. We can calculate imports. So we said that it's gonna be 2.5 million. Let's go 2.5 million. So I'm gonna do calculator again. So 2.5 million. Oh, wait, that's not it. 2500. Here we go. 2.5 million. And the tons, the 1 ton of crops is 132. So divided by 132, that would be 19,000 tons of crops. You need to get 19,000 tons of crops, and I can tell you straight away that this farm here set up with a perfect production would be 21,000 tons. So that means 2,000 tons difference in 3 years. So this farm would pay itself out in 3 years. This doesn't seem very logical to have this forward investment, especially when you don't have that much money. I think it's probably worth more using that money to import crops, and then later on maybe build farm if you have any issues with the border crossing. And this is the essence of the thing. If you have big border crossings for rail or these border crossings for trucks, I think it's worth more importing than actually dealing with the imports. The hell? What? Oh, son of a gun, no. Okay, this is a big problem. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. You know what, maybe it's time for some kids to build that behind. Anyway, we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna keep it because we need to talk about farms. So personally, I think importing crops is better for your maybe even your clothing industry. If you have this kind of border crossing initially for trucks or big border crossing for rails. Rails is not worth really investing from the beginning because it's too expensive. But as like in here, if you have rails, I think it's worth more importing crops. Of course, prices of crops fluctuate, and this can be your downfall as well. So you need to diversify and start potentially building farms later on. But initially, I think it's better to just import crops. It could be that this farm actually set us back because everything that we had to buy back in the day. And by the way, this is 1990 November 1990 prices. So when you start from the beginning, it could be way different. Crops could be way cheaper, so it would be that much big of an investment for you. Anyway, so this is my opinion on the crops, but we will be building huge farms. I'm gonna plan for 1 or 2 huge, absolutely ginormous farms. We're gonna talk about it, what they're gonna be for. And before we continue, before I unpause, I wanted to check the fields. This is important just to see if we're getting all the crops from the fields. Now, I'm gonna turn on the cheat mode because CHE, if you just press CHE on your keyboard, cheat mode activated and cheat mode deactivated. I'm gonna activate the cheat mode. Why? I don't cheat in money and stuff like that, just because information. 3 Division decided that we are too limited in our that we need to be fed only small amounts of information, like we don't get the actual percentages, point percentages. I think they're extremely valuable, and I always play with cheat mode. I don't cheat in money, but I cheat just because of the information. Okay, so why in this case cheat mode is important? Just to see, if you click on a field and press Control button, you can see how much fertilizer is applied to this field. That will be solid and liquid fertilizer. This is ginormous amount. This is like almost 1,000 tons of fertilizer. Most of this fertilizer is wasted crops from the last year. So this silo here is not using all its crops. I will not touch that. I will leave it as it is because I'm snookered here. I cannot build anything else that is going to consume this. I can try to make this work even more efficiently, but at the moment with our current production, this is more than enough for us, all these crops. How we can increase the productivity of this? I think that I can use more trams on this line. Let me just see if we have available trams. We have a couple of trams on depot. I will add one more tram. Come on, there we go. Save. One more tram and off you go. That's it. So the second farm I would like to go for is the second one that we use. There's 12 tons of crops on the field, almost 900 tons of crops. 900 tons of fertilizer on the crops. So even this one is not being used fully. Let's see the factories. 60 out of 60 people are working. Do we have any people being returned? Yes, I cannot add more people here. I can increase production of alcohol, but you can see here that alcohol is not being exported from here, and this is what needs to change. For some reason we are not exporting this alcohol, and I will just double check food import. That's not it. Food import distribution. That is not it. Why is this one assigned to this? This is the alcohol. You are loading alcohol from 0 here and delivering it to the central storage for our consumption. That's fine. That is okay. And I need the who is responsible for selling this alcohol distribution. So this one is loading alcohol from here and it's delivering alcohol to the warehouse. No, here we go, to the container loading facility. So why is alcohol not being transported here? We have containers there. Alcohol storage is full. I would just assume that the trucks are not being I think I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this later, because for some reason this is not loading our alcohol from here. This distribution office is supposed to load alcohol from here when it's over 30% full, but it's 100% full, and it needs to deliver it here to, why is it 10%? 10%. That is really weird. I have no idea why minimum is 10% here, but it's minimum 10% here. That is really strange. Do we have any trucks actually exporting alcohol at the moment? Nothing is... okay, I'm gonna have to address this later, because I have no idea why these guys are not exporting alcohol. They should be loading alcohol and they should be delivering it here. Is this maybe full? Maybe this storage is full. No, it's not. It's only 25%. And we are packing containers like crazy. Anyway, continuing on, I need to check all the other fields before we can unpause this. 60 tons of crops and 700 tons of fertilizer. So that means that crops are being destroyed here. But I'm going to tell you straight away that these farms that we have, they don't have enough trucks. So I'm going to be topping up all these farms with covered hull trucks with total capacity 1, 2. I think this is going to be 8 of these Kamaz trucks, and we're missing 4 here. So I will go and buy 4 more trucks here. Covered hull and workshop items, total capacity. yeah, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So they can pick up more crops from the fields. They're gonna be faster with this. Not for this season, but for the future, for the sanity, for the good of mankind. Okay, the last farms we have is over here. I just wanted to check if they have everything that they need. I'm still gonna pause. I'm gonna double check the fields. Fertilizer, very low. That means that they're not getting enough fertilizer, or, well, which is probably the case, or they're picking up everything from the fields, which also could be the case. You can see that fertilizer is being applied. You can see here that liquid fertilizer is also being used. Now we need to double check the tractors. We need to have 9 tractors. This is how much. 6 tractors for 6 fields. We have 18 fields, so 6 here, 4 here, that's 10, and 7 here and 8 here. So yeah, so this is 8 fields and 4, 12, and 6 small ones. And then this farm here has 6 small fields and 12 big ones. So this is how many fields we have. You can see that fertilizer is not being applied here. Liquid fertilizer is only being produced for like few last months, not even that much. So they're gonna start applying fertilizer on the fields now. You can see that we need more of this fertilizer. Here you can see that we're also missing the covered hull trucks. I'm gonna go for 2 more because that will be 8 covered hull trucks. And here we have 6, the same situation. I will go and purchase covered hull trucks, total capacity, to have 8 here as well. So these farms are ready to rumble. Farms here, these ones, we were poor when these farms were set up. You can see that we are also missing two Kolhoznik Kamaz trucks. I'm gonna go for covered hull, all of them, and 1, 2, so we have 6 here, and I'm gonna go for this farm as well. Here we go. Covered hull, workshop items, total capacity 1, 2. There we go. Perfect. Coffee time for Oolykee. I deserve it. So all the farms here should be working optimally now. When you're later in the game, like we are at the moment, I don't think you need a distribution office from your farms. Sorry about that. Slurping. Coffee is hot, and my bad. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about is modders. Let's go talk about modders because I like ranting about this game. Recently, 3 Division released an article in which they said something that I totally missed. I will just real quickly close the... I'm gonna try to read. Somebody pointed this out. I'm not calling out names, positive or negative, but I will just point this out that... somebody said that right, you know yourself. Extract from the latest community report, we have introduced a medium-sized shopping center, offer more variety, and negate the need for modded structures. Screw you, 3 Division. Screw you. Negate the need for modders. Like, you are literally leeching the ideas of the modders and then put out the statement in your report for the community that you want to negate the need for modded stuff. No, this game is a skeleton. Dead, empty skeleton. Modders are the ones who filling the tissues, bones, and blood of this game. So don't do this stuff. You're alienating your community. You're alienating people who we trust, who create better content than you. So all of these residential buildings, even half of your vanilla buildings now are created by modders, and they're better than whatever you created. So 3 Division, get your act together. Do not say stupid stuff like this because you're alienating your community. Modders are lifeblood of this game, and respect them. We need more competitions for modders. We need to support them. We need to incentivize them to create more and better mods, because without them this game would be just a skeleton. A vanilla game is unplayable, next to unplayable, barely playable. So yeah, don't stay stupid shit like this. Modders are to be respected, and modders are who made this game actually function. So yeah, this is really bad what they said, and I really don't agree with that. Right, that's me ranting about modders. I will be ranting in the future as well. I just thank you for pointing this out. I missed this line, and I really appreciate you pointing this out as well. So this community is built by modders, and if you try to alienate part of your community 3 division, you'll get screwed. This game would be nothing without the community, so please respect them. Thank you. Okay, so talking about the farms and further future development, some of the maps, some of my favorite maps are actually quite flat, and I really like them. This one is one of them. This one is one of the flat maps that we have, and there's barely any resources in all of this flatness. So the only resource you can extract from there is either build manufacturing or build fields. In this case, we have our manufacturing could be based on the imports, but it's tricky, especially in the late game, because of the price of the resources that you import or are on the market. So I would like to use some of the local resources that we have to boost our industries. So you can see here that this farming, I think we said that you can get around 7,000 tons with a maximum production. Each one of the big fields can get you over 500 tons of crops. 500 tons big field, 500 tons of crops if you supply them with the liquid and solid fertilizer. So 500 tons per field, we have 12 of them. That will be 6,000 tons, 6,000 tons of crops, plus 6 small fields, which are equal like 2 big fields. That will be 7,000 tons of crops. 7,000 tons of crops equals 20 tons of crops per day. So this is production per each one of these farms. 20 tons of crops, 2 times that, you get 14,000 tons. Now, if you ask why is there only 11,000 tons silo, is because the crops are being constantly consumed even during the harvest season, so the silos are constantly being emptied. So we can get 40,000 tons of crops here. 40,000 tons. Our alcohol production requires only 30,000 tons. Now, bear in mind that this is not perfect, that we're going to have losses. And I think these fields that are supplying our alcohol production are next to perfect. Only thing that we're missing here is a little bit more people working in these in the distillery, which I'm going to focus on a little bit later. But I will build some residential buildings within walking distance of this distillery. Actually, you know what? We are already building it on this side. We just need to populate these. So distillery should be working at 100%. This should be working perfectly, flawlessly, and we already have even the train set up, and we have all the setup here for export of alcohol. I just need to, you know, maximize this export of alcohol. Okay, future farms are regarding our meat production. I will need to maximize our meat production. First of all, we're gonna need a lot of workers here, but also these farms require 30 tons of crops to work optimally. Here we have the whole supply chain with which we need to go from the beginning or from the end. We need to see how much we can actually process. With this slaughterhouse, we can process 25 tons of livestock. These 2 farms can get us 15 tons of livestock each, so that means 15 tons each, that would be 30 tons. We can process only 25, but there are going to be losses on the way, less workers and stuff like that, like we have at the moment. But let's say that we're going to have 25 tons, that would be 30 minus 5, that would be how much, like 20% less, 18% less than the maximum productivity, and they're gonna require 30 tons of crops. 30 tons of crops is 3 huge farms. Bear in mind that these farms that we have, they are big, but they're not huge. A lot of fields are smaller than they should be, but even if we say that they are big farms, we still have only 2 of them, which means that we're gonna need, in order to maximize production of the slaughterhouse, we're gonna need at least 1 more farm. And this is what I wanted to build here. Not 1, but 2, but this is what I wanted to plan in this episode. So I wanted to plan for another big farming area, similar to this one here, with 2 farms and a huge silo, and connected to the rail network. The other part of this is that this silo that we built here, it has rail connections as well. That means that we can just connect this farm to existing rail network. And this is something like, if you think, oh no, look at him again doing the wiggly stuff. Yes, we're doing again wiggly stuff, and wiggly stuff is because Oolykee's hometown has a lot of wiggly stuff like this, because it's an end of the railroad line, and it has zigzagging. Literally, if you want to get crops in trains and out of the silos in my hometown, they need to go in literally all the way into the sugar refinery. Not kidding. They need to go into the sugar refinery and then back into the silos. This is nothing compared to what my hometown is doing. So yeah, let me just looks like I interrupted construction here, so I'm gonna just assign real quickly construction to these, because we're already a little bit too far from auto. Oh wait, what? No, just go and build it automatically. Here we go. They're gonna be building it automatically now. Let's see if it is gonna assign. It should assign, and come on, you can do it. It's here. Come on, turn grid. You can. Okay, I'll turn you green. Here we go. And you can work on this. Okay, so where we can go. Look at the map. This is the town. The big square things here are fields. So we have all of this area. There's only, I think, is this even a town here? Yeah, there's a town here that we can revive, and probably will. But other than this town here, there's nothing in this area. There's no resources. There's only flat grounds, a little bit of vineyards that can be placed on these hill sloped areas, but that's about it. So right, let's see one more time where the fields are. Fields end over here. We have our road. I would like to keep it on one side of the road, but since the railroad is on this side, I probably would want to have it here. Can we actually squeeze in? You can see yellow fields, and you can see here the railroad. So can we squeeze in 2 farms in between these fields and these 2 railroads? So in this triangular area here, I don't think we can. I think what I'm gonna have to go for 1 farm. I don't actually have any problems with doing that, and that farm is gonna have to be close to this area here. So what I'm gonna do now is start making the mud roads, our mud roads in this direction, through fields, or no, not through fields. We're gonna need to build this mud road at least to gravel, so I will go and start on this. Oh, that's nice. All the way here. That's it. That's enough for the beginning. So let me see the whale tier and Olgala. If you're watching this, this is again for you. Number 2, number 3. Boom, roads automatically assigned. Go. I'm thinking about a farming area here. So silo can be. Let's do this first. This is gonna be a main mud road. I'm gonna go feng shui on their ass. So let's go like this. This is a mud road. This is gonna be the main road here. I probably should separate. Yeah, I probably should separate this from this. Then we can even go for a little bit further. So if we go like this, because this is the end of the road here, I needed this one to be connected. So I'm gonna start from this little thingy and all the way here. This needs to be made in gravel. I will not connect it until the other road is done, but we're gonna plan for the farm here. I think when we start placing the buildings, it's gonna be all clear, all good, all nice. So farms, we need 2 farms, big ones again. Let me just calculate this. You remember that I was talking a lot about the vehicles that we're gonna be using. How many vehicles we have? 9, 6, 6. That would be 12. And 9, 21. This one has 21 plus 3, 8, 9. 21 minus 9. What? No, 21 plus 9, right? 30 vehicles. How much is smaller farm? If it's 21, this late in the game, we can actually have... No, it's only 12. No, you always have to go for big farms. That's fine. The big farms are not that expensive, so... we should be fine with this. Oh, sorry, I do apologize. We're building only normal farm. We're not building big farms, so I apologize. I totally dropped the ball on this one, so I will just do it like this. I will do the roads manually, so this is not a big deal. I will go for bigger silo though, because I would like this to operate nicely. So 8,000 tons. Yeah. Previously we were using the 5,600. We're gonna go for 8,000. Oh, no, with rails. 8,000 ton silo with rails, indeed. And we can actually just connect it like this. I think this is decent. Is this actually... I need to upgrade these in... yeah, is it upgraded? Yeah, it's already upgraded. Okay, and then I will need to connect this one to the main system, like... darn. Let's escape it then. How do I want to do this? I can do it like this. Yeah, this is gonna be decent enough. Like this. Do I want to do it in both directions? I want to dedicate this to alcohol production in town, because this alcohol production in town here is going to be only for this alcohol production, but we're gonna have to build this railroad though. Like this. Because this alcohol production in town is Toprus's. This is what Toprus planned. This is what it was there before, so I'm actually quite happy with this. Okay, so we have the farm that's going to be supplying additional crops to the alcohol production. Sorry, for the meat production. Why did I mention alcohol then? I don't know. But this needs to be... Yeah, I will keep this alcohol production here constantly. Meat production also, if we maximize this is going to be really, really good. That's going to be a lot of... meat, most of it for exports as well, so that's going to be great. And farm is done here, so train needs to go in, train needs to go out. The only problem is train distributions are becoming a little bit further away, because I can either have dedicated train for this, which is not a bad idea. Then is gonna need a fuel and stuff, so maybe, I don't know. I said to myself that I need fueling system here, but now that we have these fields here and sorry, this farm here, we have way more space here. Maybe I can just build this fueling platform here, and yeah, I can even have a fuel storage around this farm. Okay, let's go and do the basics first, and then we're gonna talk about fuel. So basics being the this is perfect, storage for the fertilizer, and then we're gonna need the tanks for the liquid fertilizer. The entrance for the liquid is here, so we can have these tank farms. And why I'm saying farms, because we're gonna have two of them. If I was a tank farm, where would I be? Here. And then go for this one. This is only 300 tons. This is perfect. We will be manually delivering these. Manually. I mean, not by train, not by pipe system, but trucks are going to be delivering these this liquid fertilizer. But also, I think I'm going to have some kind of a truck fueling system here, because I would like to have this 300-ton fuel. Maybe like I need the road access. Something like this, and then I would like to have maybe on the other side of the rails the fueling for the trains. Now I still think this is the worst, one of the worst buildings in the game, is this fueling system like this. I don't like it how it works, but I don't think we have any other choice, so I think we're gonna have to go for this one. And then how do we connect it? Do I want to do it the one rail or two rails? I can do it with two rails. So I can go for... let's do it like this. I think we need it. Darn it. I'm thinking that it's too close to this intersection. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to put any... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to put anything else here anyway. So if we put it like this... Yeah, if I put it like this, we can utilize this switch here for trains going from the opposite direction to get in here. Can we actually? Yeah, from here, if you're going right hand side, yeah, you can always switch to this one. Yeah, it's gonna work. And then from here I'm gonna do the same like this. There we go. So unfortunately this here is gonna be one segment. It's not unfortunate, I think it's gonna work. And then we need to connect these with pipes. So this one would be like this. 1, 2, 3. I need guidance with these. I'm gonna do this a little bit more rationally or realistically, and then I'm gonna go low down on the ground and go here and connect it like this. Voila! Yeah, we need electricity, we need sewage here, we need a lot of stuff from here. I think sewage can be dumped straight away in the river without processing it, because it's gonna be far away from population centers. Electricity is gonna be one cable of electricity is gonna cover all of this. I think only one substation. I'll be smart about this. 3 into 1. Yeah, I can do it like this. I can be smart, smartified. I can try to be smart. So build it like this, and then where is the electricity? Is all the way here. I don't mind taking electricity from here. I know it's a little bit far away. Did we build a switch here? Like, you see how stupid I was here? I didn't even build a switch here. I still need to go next. Ooh, I can do this one. Ooh. Let's do it like this. This is a little bit... Ooh. Oh yeah, actually, it's fine. It needs to go next to railroad anyway, so why the hell not? Let's make it, you know, old school. Especially, I think Toprus would appreciate this. Maybe not with these electricity cables, electricity hoses, because he likes the wooden ones that look like telegraph poles. But I think this is decent enough as well. Ooh. Oh no. Seriously? Okay. There's an entrance to the field here that doesn't allow us to do funny stuff with it. Okay, this is fine. Let's do it here. We're damaging the fields a bit, but I think for the good looks of this setup, I think we have to do it. The history wills it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to jump on the other side of the rail. Whoa, okay. This is a little bit weird. I'm sorry for this. I can barely see. I can only imagine that you guys can't see anything here. So what I'm gonna have to do is something like this. Zigzag. And how far are we? Oh, we're almost there. What is this now? Again? Seriously? Okay, we're having a little bit of a problem with the fields that are too close to the... I think we can do this way. Okay, perfect. Okay, you know what? You're done here. And then now we're not following the railroad anymore. And we need to go like this. Boom. There we go. Build it, remove the grid. Why did I even have the grid? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So we have the connection of the electricity. We had to switch on the other side twice because of the access to these fields. The fields are not solid. Like, you can change how the field looks like, except the front of the field. This cannot be changed. And this is kind of... It's weird. I think this is also one of the... not bugs, but the way the fields are constructed in this game. And when you try to put the power cables in the fields, they can screw up as well. Screw your field up as well. Anyway, that's about... Whoa. Stop. The freaking hell had just happened. It's 20 days. We went from freaking 3 million. Where the money went? Where the money went? Let's go for a couple of days back. So this is literally... 1.3 million. We had over 3 million, didn't we? So where did I spend it? Okay, so we spent almost 2 million. Okay, vehicles imported. That was, let's say, necessary. Whatever. And then we had the imports of course, steel. So one steel train arrived and that's it. Soviet bloc imports. Okay, looks like, yeah, looks like farms are expensive business. At least our people are happy. Unemployment is relatively low, 900 people in 3 cities. I think that's a decent amount of unemployment. In this town there's 100 of them. 100 is the minimum I would like to have. Here we still have 600 unemployed people. And I'm gonna say one last thing here about the tram system. Tram system seems to be the best system for it's rail, but it can be constructed by normal construction offices, so that's a benefit of it. It doesn't affect, it is not affected by snow. I think I already proved that. So that means that you have consistency in transport. It is a little bit more expensive than buses, but it gets straight away like power from the lines. It doesn't have to refuel, and I think it's the best transport in the game, even though with a little bit higher price tag. So that's my opinion on the trams, and going forward I'm gonna be using more trams. I just took the concrete mixer from here. We do have some other concrete mixers that I would like to put in circulation. There we go. And what the hell? Oh my god. Wait. Is there a increase in alcohol? We still didn't fix the alcohol thing. I need to see why this is not being exported. So this is full. This is not producing. Why are you not producing? Why are you not exporting? So this one needs to go from 20%. Yeah, the question is, why are these guys not picking up alcohol from here and then delivering it to this one here, container facility? So there should be picking up alcohol from here. They should be picking up alcohol from here. We have trucks for alcohol, like these. Is there something wrong with the trucks? No. Okay, if you're seeing that I'm missing something here, let me know. They're supposed to be, so this alcohol distribution is supposed to be loading alcohol from here, and when it's over 10% I would put 0 is fine as well. What about from here if I tell them? What about if I tell them go here as well and then load alcohol at 0? Will you start doing it then? I don't know. I don't know why this one is not working. Probably I clicked the wrong button here. I'm not blaming 3 Division for this. And this one cannot be 0. So they need to deliver here. Oh, when it's... maybe this is the problem. But why it doesn't allow me to put 0? Maybe... no, it's because it's more than 10% of this. But it's not 10% of alcohol. Maybe it is. Oh, no, this is filling to 10%. Yeah. Oh, right. This is the problem. Right. Here we go. Because it already has over 10% in storage. Perfect. And let's get more. Show all workshop items. Covered hull. I don't think we have free. I checked this off screen. We don't have free covered hulls anywhere parked that they're wasting their lives. So I'm gonna go for these bad boys. Big capacity 15 tons. So this is 1 ton more with this Yelch truck. So I'm gonna get a couple of Yelch trucks here. Additional ones. Okay, finally we're gonna start exporting alcohol here. These guys are gonna start consuming crops. Hopefully, yeah, this is 51 tons of crops, by the way. They're producing enormous amount. This is even bigger than vanilla, I think. This one 51 tons, 5 to 1 alcohol, a little bit more than 5 to 1. This is 5 to 1. Yeah, so Rob's is fair. He's fair with this alcohol production, so yeah. Okay, so finally we're gonna have the alcohol being produced. I put it from 2 different sources, so wherever has more alcohol, like percentage-wise, they're gonna go there and load up. Perfect, and this is a brewery, Oolykee likes beer. That's it, 50 minutes almost, just under 50 minutes in this episode. Oh, we should have, happiness is low here, by the way. Oh, right, I didn't show you the city and stuff. We were building the big hospital, Equinox Nowa, Dom Pensionera. This is pensioner's home, but it's hospital in this game. We're building Vanilla. Pub, we're building, I don't know whose this is, I do apologize, it could be It's a library, but it's really magnificent library. It could be Vicom, it could be Abel, and maybe it's even Novu. I do apologize for not knowing this. Some additional container stands, and because people here are not happy, so I'm gonna expand the culture and everything else around this town a little bit more. The last thing I wanted to do here is, oh, waiting for too long, and oh, pause. Okay, this is just a new message now. Okay, we have a problem with the trains. Yeah, we have a problem with the trains. Remove the signalization. Release the Kraken. There we go. No more issues here. Oh, unpause. There we go. Trains are blocking each other, snookering each other out, and it's just a problem. Yeah, I hope this is going to be a little bit better. We'll see how fast they're going to go, but yeah. This is definitely... Oh, by the way, one thing here... darn it, I will never finish this episode. It's already 50 minutes. Okay. So, I wanted to assign some of the constructions over here. So, unfinished road. This one needs... I'll go with bus 1. I think buses are free as well. Put this as a higher priority. We're gonna go for container stand. We're gonna go for bus 2. Just because we have capacity. Go and finish this. I think I said it to be notified. Yeah, I need to be notified for this. I'll switch between them again. Number 2 again, and yes, and then here, number 1 again. Oh no, this is only 14 days. For these, I'll put footpaths in charge. They deal with this fast. Still being constructed. This is a long road. Container stand, bus 1. Fine, let's go with that, and then. We have the medium voltage cables. Sure, 3 and 4 can take this over. And the ground construction office requires transports. I'll put number 4 on this one just to be on the safe side. And I'll put the Padlice just in case they cannot deliver some of the materials because maybe it's being constructed. It's not. They only need concrete for this. Or they supply only concrete from here. So it's not going to be an issue. And yeah, did I want to do something? We fixed the alcohol issue. We fixed the trains. Oh, right, I wanted to show you this. This doesn't work. This is broken. I have a locomotive. Like, I don't know why. I have a locomotive here that is 100% damaged. And I need to get rid of it. So I need to... the best thing I can do is just tell it to go here. Boom. First stop is unreachable from your current vehicle position. Which I have no idea why. Because... it should be reachable because these have all the switches here. You can come in here from each side, and exit from here is also should be going in both sides. So this should not be a problem, but it's reporting it as a problem. I don't know where to send it because I cannot send it here because it says there's a problem. Yeah, there's a problem here, but it's not even supposed to go here. I don't think it recognizes the path to here for some reason. I don't know why. It kind of considers that this loop needs to be used to get into the storage, even though there is this rail line here. Right, look at this. This is not working. This is the end railroad. You see these blockages? Even though they're gonna pass through it, this is the end. I'm gonna have to rebuild this. Can I do it? I can do it like this. Let's go like this. I'll do like this, and then let's see if this guy is gonna be building it. Yeah, okay, at least we find what the problem is. Here looks like this is not connected correctly because this one looks like it's the end of the line. But anyway, okay, at least we found this. Again, you see, I didn't blame 3 Division for this, but don't touch the modders. Don't touch the modders. They are the reason why we're playing this game. And thank you all the modders for everything that you did for us. You are absolute legends. Absolute legends. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys. Happy Saturday. If you're watching this after the holidays, if you're celebrating Christmas, New Year's, Orthodox Christmas, Hanukkah, all of that stuff, have all the best, all the good luck in the world, guys. Just have fun. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, you have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.